Picture this. The year is 1987. It's late spring, almost summer. You and your family go to a sporting event for the day, and what do you see there? But the greatest superhero and his longtime girlfriend about to get married. Yes, this really happened. Spider-Man actually married Mary Jane in real life. We all know about the wedding of Peter and MJ in the comics. It's one of the greatest moments in Spider-Man history, and it gave us this hilarious image. But many people don't know that Spider-Man and Mary Jane actually got married the exact same day the comic was released in real life at the Mets Stadium. Not in 616 or any other comic universe you know of. Spider-Man and Mary Jane had a wedding at the Mets Shea Stadium with Stan fucking Lee officiating the wedding. This happened in real world. New York. This happened. It's so crazy to think about. And it was breaking news as well. You could turn the news on back then and you would see multiple stations of news coverage talking about Spider-Man and Mary Jane's wedding. Is that not crazy to anyone? Is that not awesome? Like in real world, people were just astonished by the fact that Spider-Man and Mary Jane were getting married. It's just so cool to me. Let's talk about one of the most magical and beautiful moments in Spider-Man's history. The day he got married. Spider-Man's wedding was a very, very big event. Over 50,000 fans reportedly attended the wedding at the Met Stadium in early June of '87. But they weren't the only attendees there. Marvel actually created real-life costumes for people so some of Spider-Man's friends, and villains, can share his special memory with the webhead. Captain America was there, of course, because Peter and Steve love each other. Hulk was there too, these guys got a friendship. Both Firestar and Iceman are there, his amazing friends had to show up in attendance.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends, Iceman and Firestar.
We also get to see Green Goblin as well. And it's reported that Dr. Doom had also stopped by for the event. I can't find a single picture or photograph of Dr. Doom at the event, and it's been killing me because I really want to know what the suit looks like. But everybody else, we do have some picture evidence of all the superhero friends and Green Goblin here for Spider-Man's big day. And the costumes actually look really solid. Like some of them look a bit goofier, maybe ranging from like cosplay to like meh, kind of average, like ranking system. But if we're gonna actually talk about it, this is 1987. Superhero costumes weren't really ever done right. I think the first time I really felt like the superhero costume was done right was the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, that's a long time in the future from 1987. And then when you look at like the Hulk, he looks all right. When you look at Iceman, he looks all right. He actually looks really goofy, I'm gonna be real. Captain America looks pretty goofy. But Spider-Man? Spider-Man looks peak. This looks like Spider-Man right out of the early Ditko era comics. Like, are we serious? This suit is phenomenal. I really want to have one of these for myself. And then you have the Green Goblin. Like, the Green Goblin has never, ever, ever looked like this in live action anything before. This is the only live action performance I've seen in the Green Goblin where it actually looks like the Green Goblin from the comics. I love William Dafoe's Norman Osborn, but like at the end of the day, this guy's wearing like a Power Rangers Green Goblin suit. Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin has like jaundice. Are there any other live action Green Goblins? There's like the Green Goblin in Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, but he's like all covered in feathers and stuff. Realistically, this is like the Green Goblin you'd see on a comic book page, and I just think that's so cool, even if it is like a bit of a mold, it's not an actual costume. I liked it a lot. It's wild to me how a live action performance from 1987 low-key trumps all other suits we've ever gotten from the Green Goblin. It's kind of crazy. The suits clearly show that Marvel cared about what they were doing with this event. But I think there's more that happened in this event that shows that Marvel actually cared about putting on a good event for the fans that were watching. I mean, for starters, the event takes place at Shea Stadium, the Mets Stadium. Everyone knows Spider-Man is a Mets fan from when he took on the Wall. Right? Come on.
Well, if it isn't the wall-crawling creep. Here's one wall you'll never crawl, you red and blue buffoon.
Stan Lee was also there officiating the wedding as well. Naturally, of course.
Now, by the power vested in me by Marvel Comics, I pronounce you Spider-Man and White. You may
He's the creator. Mary Jane's dress was actually created by, at the time, one of the world's most prominent black designers, Willie Smith. And this was actually the last project he ever had done before he passed away. Like, that's really cool. Like, I think that's amazing. And then to go even further, they actually put Willie Smith in the comic as well, because he designs the wedding dress in 616 as well. Now that's care. That's love and care right there. You can tell that Marvel really wanted to put on a thoughtful event for their onlookers. Marvel even made a wedding album with photos and videos memorializing the moment. Right before the event happened, they even do an interview with Spider-Man, Mary Jane, played by Tara Shannon, and Stan Lee.
Stan, Spider-Man's been with us for, what, some 25 years now? He's been crazy about Mary Jane for many, many years, too. Why did you decide now that they should get married?
Oh, just look at this couple. How could you keep them apart longer than 25 years?
Spider-Man said he was so nervous he was up pacing the ceiling all night long.
Well, actually, I'm a little nervous. I was up pacing the ceiling last night, but no, it's time.
You also have this part right here. It's low-key hella ominous.
He knows if it gets too heavy, I can always write her out of it in some way.
But this day of the wedding would happen. Spider-Man did get, in fact, married with no hijinks happening, which is surprising because Green Goblin was there. I was nervous about it, but we had a good Gobby today. You know, he wasn't really trying to mess stuff up. Spider-Man kisses MJ, Stan Lee yelled out Excelsior, and Spider-Man carries MJ off the field, while Stan Lee is carried off by other heroes. Many photos were taken of the event, so I'll just put them on here in a little quick slideshow for you if you really want to look at a lot of the events and the photos that were taken during this whole performance. When I look at these pictures and watch the footage of this event, I'm not gonna lie, I really do get emotional. This is my favorite fictional couple ever. I was raised on them. All I knew growing up was I wanted to be Spider-Man and I wanted to find my Mary Jane, not even capping. Seeing something like this in actual life put to motion with real world 50,000 plus fans cheering on the greatest hero of all time with the most amazing woman of all time, gosh, this could make a grown man cry. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day with the woman who hopefully will be my future M-Day and marry me, and I won't have to make a deal with the devil to break us up, because we're just hopefully gonna be together forever. I got my fingers crossed. Just want to say thank you all for watching. Enjoy the holiday. Dunk out. Peace.